What is the time? Let me leave that right there. In such a night because you see me able, not me. So because me, why am I?
God bless you.
Yeah. So it's what is the time? It is
Mr. Wolf, it is 8 o'clock in
8
the
o'clock in
morning.
the morning, Mr. Wolf. Another video.
Telling y'all, my biggest ache. I don't know what has happened here, but just generally speaking, one of my biggest aches in St. Vincent is Vans.
Brother.
It's Vans.
I have.
It's your biggest one?
One of my biggest peeves.
Fares.
Fares is a good one. There's a few adjectives I could use. Is the van system. Anyways, breaking news.
We have video to show.
There's been looks like a pretty bad accident in North Union, in the countryside, involving a van. You can see in the video, a man being pulled out and on a makeshift stretcher. You just have to hope everybody's okay, but we either need
the van flipped.
It looks so.
Yeah,
so stupid question. What could really cause that van to flip?
I would suspect speed.
Is that the corner to go into Greg?
I'm not sure.
It looks around that area.
Let me see the video. We'll see. Right? Push up the video.
North Union.
Let me see. Volume
Yeah,
up? No.
It's like,
yeah. All right. So just to describe what we're seeing. The person recording is coming down in the line of traffic, but as it gets closer, you'll see what is a red van. The back of it's on its side, off of the road, and you're gonna see the people pulling at least one person out of this mangled vehicle on a makeshift stretcher. Right, looks like maybe a seat or something, maybe the back seat of the van. Now, to get to that point where that van becomes so mangled, I'm gonna suspect speeding is involved. I'm gonna suspect maybe.
And this isn't. I don't think this is that gap to go up in Greg's. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
Looks like one of the very steep corners.
right.
Yeah.
And he couldn't make the corner.
Either he couldn't make the corner. I don't know if it's an older van and is not well maintained or something goes wrong mechanically, but.
Well, you go ahead the usual thing.
This is public transport. We get too many incidents that could be avoided on public transportation. Listen, we need to do something. We need to properly regulate our public transportation system, or else we're gonna keep on having these unfortunate mishaps and tragedies.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this is not a tragedy in that nobody dies.
If they had to take out that guy and a makeshift thing there. Because straight hospital are going to rush him down now.
Yeah, you have to be rushing people to hospital. But when are we going to learn? When is any government going to stand up and say, all right, enough is enough? The public shouldn't be subjected to risking their life at this high level just to get to and from work or home or play or whatever it is.
You could have children in that van.
Yeah.
A parent could be home now sweating bricks.
It's Monday morning.
Hey.
Just turning 8 o'clock, so before 8 o'clock, you could, that's not to say things can't happen, but my God, there's so much things we could do to try to avoid it.
The thing with these vans, right? And I'm not saying that this is the case with this one. But the things you normally hear, the usual suspects, the brakes dropping.
Yeah.
Vans are supposed to be inspected quarterly, not yearly.
Probably even more often than that. You have people's lives.
People's lives they're playing with.
Yeah.
So as to heavy equipment and all these things. Quarterly. But you wait, we say, well, yeah, and every time you hear accident, the brakes dropping.
You would not accept going to Canada, the UK, or the US, and a driver in one of those big buses is racing down the road at breakneck speed with you in the back. You wouldn't accept it. You would say, boy, let me out. Or, you're going to be suing or whatever it is, right? For whatever. Why would we accept it here under any circumstance? Why have we grown to accept it?
Somebody says, what is this? This Bel Air? Well, this Bel Air speed.
Is the new government going to change this?
They should. And I said it before they were elected. It was one of my major points. So
you voted NDP because they're going to change it?
No, I voted boy. You're barely. country. You
almost said it.
nearly got it. You nearly got it.
Right.
You gotta be quicker than that.
You know, if they just rock back a little more, can you hold them there? I mean, nearly.
I would like to see somebody have the cojones to say, I'm not afraid if the vans lash back and say, well, we're gonna strike or whatever. Strike, don't make your money, but come down hard on the vans and regulate it for the whole weekend, right? Police have been on that tarmac targeting drivers over whatever it is, which I have no problem with. If people are breaking regulations and maybe you're trying to raise enough money to pay people the bonus, you target people crossing the tarmac, you get things in order. Do the same thing for the vans.
And heavy machine and
heavy trucks, whatever it is. Do the same thing.
Should they have
Let me ask you, did you hear them once during the campaign?
Not once.
Suggest that they're gonna do anything
Not
about vans?
once. Nobody.
Right, so they ain't gonna do nothing.
should the age limit to be a minibus operator, driver? Should
That's stupid man in the 50s too, to be quite honest.
should that?
I'm stupid man
Not
in the
just asking.
50s.
I've seen somebody have it here, so I was just asking. Okay.
Look, I'm not saying it's probably a factor. The younger drivers may be a little more susceptible, but I've also seen some real stupid van
Yeah,
drivers
ignorant. When to me,
who are older.
ignorance the setting.
Yeah.
'Cause everybody hustling to make the almighty dollar.
Yeah.
Nobody want to. I don't want to ease up till I look behind me, pass me, because you know what I mean. I mean, look, you want to ease up till I jagger pass him.
Kill this culture of lawlessness with the loud music. Even you have to. It's a culture of
Who
lawlessness.
came home?
Which political party spoke about this during the election?
None.
Neither.
I think the UPP did.
Let me. But you ain't vote for them.
You didn't have a candidate to my constituency.
But you know, you had to ask yourself the question, right?
Ah.
At what point does it become an issue? When
It's
you have
already an issue.
When we have another tragedy again and school children die.
It's already an issue.
Well, no, apparently not.
I don't think so.
It's an issue.
Nah.
I don't have a choice but to take the van. Though.
If it was an issue, then we wouldn't be having this conversation now.
No, we have lots of issues that governments have refused to address. Downright refused to. Because guess what? They don't use it. They don't use it.
Not just that, but they think they need the vans during elections.
Yeah, so they don't want to piss them off before.
So therefore, we're all hostage to their needs.
Somebody said they need to look into van with people, school children that were speeding, especially from the school going down Fountain. It's ridiculous.
I think this is a dead topic.
Yeah, as we done it is done. The usual. They said they make it 9 days. They must be making 9 minutes and that's that. From the time we lock up,
Nothing gonna happen on
this. That's it. Where you go find it? That man go watch your cut eye.
I don't care.
And say trying to spoil the hustle. Yeah, that way you go find
I'm definitely trying to spoil the hustle. I don't
Yeah.
want you hustling with people's lives.
it.
I don't have no
So
problem
what
to
is it?
say
The
that.
traffic police is the problem.
No, they're not.
We need to crack down on the.
This starts above the
lawlessness.
police. This is
This is way
politicians.
bigger than the
Rules.
police. This is the police could only deal with the after effects of this.
Yeah.
You can't have a public transportation system where I just decide one morning I'm going to be a van driver.
Madness.
So this is what I'm asking. How does that work?
Chris, you
That's
know what?
just- that's
Tomorrow,
just
boy, Romel, joining y'all in the sky. I feel like I
Yeah.
want to be a pilot.
It's just vans carry a lot more people than
Than
airlines.
Yeah, they carry
Right?
2,200. Romella's only carry what, 8, 10?
But we
How about Jason? What was that?
we somehow have decided that there don't need to be any form of regulation. We've somehow accepted that any youth man coming out of college, maybe didn't even go to college, gets to 18, got a driver's license, and he could carry passengers. He could carry people's children.
So this is what let me ask again. So
To
should
carry
the
people's
age be
mothers.
one of the things that they review when it comes to
They're not going to
Yeah,
do
I
it.
mean,
They're not
it's a
going to do
factor.
it.
Listen, man, the responsibility is such, right, that you get 1 or 2 infractions as a van driver, dead, gone. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's not even that. It's more than that. The regulations has to be to determine how many vans do we need on the road.
Yeah.
Right? We should be dictating the requirements, not the other way around.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be any man who feels
I don't come
Put a
from
van on
sailing
the
a
road.
pop on the road.
Yeah.
Tequila's on the line making a good point. Change the law for the engine HP for vans when imported, dropping it lower.
Well,
I think that is one thing, but
Yeah,
I think you have to get to the fundamental problem, though, right? Is that we have to decide what is required of our public transportation system, and then put the steps in place to ensure we're getting what we want.
yeah.
It can't be a matter of I decide one morning, boy, I got a van in my yard, or my neighbor has a van, and I'm going to
let me
decide
go
I'm
run
going
a
to be a
van.
van
Yeah.
man. That can't be the way you run public
To
transport.
me, some of the drivers didn't be studying the passengers in the van. It's just about the money.
That's all it is.
That's all it's about.
It's just about the money. How you fit, you fit. If you get squeezed,
Yeah.
I get squeezed.
So the others you thought was about what?
Money.
Care.
yeah. I really want to make sure I get the way you're going.
It's one of those areas that the government has just
It's a gray
Completely
area.
neglected.
has just completely surrendered.
Good call.
It's sad. It's sad. Morning.
Next one.
It is sad. Morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
We keep beating a dead horse because time and time again we talk about these things, nothing happens. And you know what? I agree. I hear everything Luke's saying. We'll be saying this all the time, but I don't put any blame on the government anymore. I put any blame on the passengers because they're the ones who sit back.
So
and
you
watch
blame the
these
victim.
fellas. Yeah, because they're the ones who are not speaking up for themselves.
But we're all victims of van drivers.
Of course we are, Luke. What I'm saying is, if
You
were
driving
passenger-
your regular car and you see a van come up behind you. If you have any sense, you pull over and you let that van pass.
Look,
Yeah.
I hear all that, but no van ain't going to intimidate me just so. What I'm saying is, you as the passenger,
You
If
I have
been
no-
on Romel's page? What did he?
If I have no choice but to catch a van,
I need to get
are
to
you
work.
blaming me?
yeah, but look, what I'm saying is, you can say, fellas, stop the van, put me out. I'll take the next van. I ain't paying them, you
And the
know.
next van
because
coming
they-
is exactly the same because it's a
But then-
dog-eat-dog culture.
Yeah, so then if everybody decide, you know what, we strike on the van, because this is ridiculous now.
We need
How
to
do you
we
make
need
money?
to stop doing this thing of blaming the passenger, blaming. We need
Look.
to be front-footed on this. The
problem
government
is-
needs to
the problem
take
is,
the
Romel.
problem on.
I can't afford to strike against vans because I need to get to work.
I need to get to work. I need to
Yeah,
drop my
what
kids to school.
Okay, so then we keep saying this about the regulation, make legislation for the government to just be its own
We should
monopoly.
demand the
when
government
it comes to-
regulate.
I agree, and we've been saying this for a long time now, but also, it's we the people as well. If we decide that we're not taking this nonsense anymore, where the vans going to make money from?
No,
Until
but
they get
we don't
public-
need to strike the vans. We need to strike the government.
Yeah, but Jaga, I don't see that way. But if me as a passenger, I'm not letting nobody speed with me.
The problem with striking the vans, right, is that they don't make the rules.
Yeah.
So we could strike them all we want. They cannot actually change it. It has to go back to Parliament, and then they put in the rules for the police to enforce, and then the vans comply.
How many?
I agree, but we saying this all the time, Jaga. We keep saying this. We've had
You
this
can't,
then-
you
conversation.
can't
then-
have
so
a
then
case of
we
where
can't blame the
any Tom,
vans,
Dick,
we have
and
to blame
Harry
the Parliament.
decides I'm going to be a van man.
But okay, so you're gonna keep saying the same thing. I guarantee you, next week, maybe next month, maybe tomorrow, you might see another van. You think any passengers spoke up and said, "Boys, full up."
Yeah, but I need to get to work.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
if
I don't have a
getting to work
choice,
is
like-
more, if getting to work is more important or more valuable than your life, well, I don't know.
No, I have to risk it because if I don't, then I get fired. Then I don't need the van at all. I can stay home.
All right.
Man, don't beat up now, man. Your plane has carry 8. I find us carry 24,000.
Plus, I'm gonna be the skies tomorrow.
Yeah,
We are Chris going to buy a plane.
I'm going to fly.